Hey, how's everyone doing there tonight? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with a video. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's going to be 31 days of Horrortober, day 22. We're winding down on this October. It's going by pretty quick there, guys. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy watching everyone's videos that's doing this. And I'm going to be giving you a review of another horror film for the month of October that I'm doing daily here. I'm giving you my thoughts and opinions. So let's get into day 22, guys. This is a rewatch for me, but I haven't watched it in many years. It's going to be 1999's Stigmata, and this is directed by Rupert Wainwright. He directed the Fog remake from 2005 and Blank Check from 1994, a classic from my childhood there. Um, it stars Patricia Arquette from True Romance, Lost Highway. It also stars Gabriel Burns from End of Days and Ghost Ship, several other horror films. So this is your like borderline late 90s entering those 2000 era of horror films, and you can see it in the film that it's caught between those on the style of it. So this is a kind of like possession film, I'd say. Yeah, it is one. Let's get into the film. So this film, it starts off with you got this priest pretty much traveling to Brazil. He went to see this phenomenon, which pretty much a Virgin Mary is bleeding blood through her eyes and dripping down. When he enters this church, he starts to investigate because he's also a scientist and a priest. He's played by Gabriel Burns. He finds out that the priest passed away there in that church, and that started to happen afterwards. So he brings it back to his other priests there, and they're all talking about it. He gets taken off the case. He doesn't want to, so he pretty much gets another chance. There's a girl in the U.S. played by Patricia Arquette. Her name's Frankie, and she's pretty much atheist. She has no faith. So there's this like rosary that gets brought from that area to belong to the priest. It's brought by her mom. She gives it to her as a gift. As she gets in contact with this rosary, it pretty much puts some kind of entity inside her, and she starts to act different. And they start to notice about her friends and all that she's acting real strange. Strange stuff starts to happen. She starts to get pretty much the stigmata put in her, which is the wounds of Christ. She has like those nails nailed into her wrists. She gets whip marks on her back. Some pretty crazy stuff like that starts to happen to her. So they send the priest back in there. His name's Father Andrew. He's played by Gabriel Burns. He gets put back on the case as he starts to investigate with this girl and bond with her. He starts to have like pretty much feelings for her, like care for her and stuff like that. He then gets concerned because he knows that he starts to figure out that pretty much this entity in her that's taking over her is possessing her and pretty much gonna kill her pretty soon. So he has to find a way to cure her, and before this happens and more kind of like possessive events start to take place. You see her get more injured. There's like blood dripping down her forehead. All that it has to do with the stigmata. So she more and more happens. You see her start to break down. She has very rare energy. She's close to having a fatal situation happen to her, and he's rushing. He's investigating, talking to priests, and finding out what this is. So he pretty much finds out that there's like pretty much uh that priest that passed away is inside her as well as an evil entity. It's something like that's mixed, and it's taking control over her. So he has to this at the same time. This priest has kind of lost his faith in a way too, and they can sense that this entity is toying with him and pretty much telling him, how can you save her if you don't have your own faith, stuff like that. We've seen these in a lot of exorcism films, but this one's done different. It's done with, I thought it was more unique. You have the priest that's inside her as well. And it's going through like wounds of Christ. It's different than I've seen in different exorcism films. This one, it has some pretty creepy moments, I thought. And I've seen a lot of films, like I compare this, you see The Exorcist and um, what can I say, like Conjuring, all these other films, Exorcism, Emily Rose, stuff like that. And this one's done pretty solid. I thought it was pretty good. So I'm gonna give you guys my opinion and rating for this. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. I did see flaws in it because I've seen a lot of these films, and but it's still a solid film. I would revisit it. So that's going to be my opinion, 3.5 out of 5. I really did like the feel of this film, and I like the nostalgia that I hadn't seen it in years. So it's going to be my review for 1999's Stigmata. This is day 22, guys. My review and opinions and thoughts. Hope everyone's having a happy October out there. And be kind to each other. Undead Nightmare 24. Hit a like, comment, subscribe. Keep it horror. Peace.